All right, this is David Brox with new head coach at Sumner Academy, Calai Moore. Talk a little bit about, just kind of start us off with what you've seen early this season and kind of introduce yourself, too, as a first-year coach here in the area.
My name is Calai Moore, and I've actually been on Sumner's staff for the past 3 years. And I come a little bit from the college level, but born and raised in Kansas City, and I'm an alumni of Sumner Academy. I've brought along Clarissa, Liz, Sydney, Samia, and my Alicia. And this is the heart of my team. So, we've played 2 games already. We're 1-1. First game versus Turner. Girls came out great. We're on fire. I got to clear the whole bench and get everybody in. Then we had Center at home. And, started off rough but ended great. I think, we kind of overcame some things in that Center game and grew a little bit in that Center game. So, down a little bit, but they had a great push at the end. We played with a couple people in foul trouble. But, I think it was a learning lesson and a lesson that will push us for a win on Tuesday as we face Ruskin.
So what type of style are you going to change that much with, a lot of people coming back last year? How much are you going to try and change, to what your style would be as a coach as opposed to what we saw last year?
We'll stay the same because last year we were a team that fought. We were a team that hustled. We were a team that were about grit, and we were a team that on the quest for a championship. That's the same thing we're doing this year. The style pretty much won't change. There'll be a little changes there, but, everything we played with last year, our heart is the same thing that's going to drive us for wins this year.
So, Samia, let's talk a little bit about last year and how the sub-state game. I know I wasn't too happy with some of the calls and stuff that went on in that game, but talk about how the season ended and how you guys, are trying to feed off of that going into this year.
Well, the sub-state game, I think we went into it thinking that how the records were, it was going to be easy, but we ended up, I don't know how to put it, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but we didn't think that how we played, it's like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know.
It's okay. Sydney, maybe talk a little bit about now you're coming back, another leader from the team, and what you saw last year coming into this one.
Oh, we're the same. I feel like we're basically the same team. We might have a new coach, but she's not new to the game at all. Last year, what Samia was trying to say is we underestimated Tonganoxie, and that's not something we normally do, but we were going off of numbers that we had heard. So this year we're coming back strong. We're the same team, but we're going to be better.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about, you're sophomore, right? Sophomore year. What'd you do preparing over the summer to get ready for this season?
Over the summer, I worked more on ball handling because my 9th grade year I became a point guard, and I mainly tried to just work more on ball handling and shooting more. So now coming in my 10th grade year, I'll be more comfortable and prepared, and I'll be able to give my team a lot more than I did my 9th grade year. So I'm just working on my game.
You can maybe talk a little bit about the goals that you guys have for this year as a team and what you want to accomplish.
I would like to play team offense. I want to be able to move the ball, to shift the defense. We're more of we don't look for shots in our offense. We're more of an individual. So I like to work on more team, plays.
Okay, Coach, talk a little bit about maybe outlook of the season. In league, you guys have won a lot of league titles, and you guys are kind of the hunted within the league. How do you guys maintain that high level of play and making sure that, keep that going into this year as well?
Yeah, I think it's one game at a time. We don't really look ahead. We look at the game in front of us because with this league, on any given night, anybody could win, especially if not everybody on the team comes together. But, when we face a game, we face it as they put on their shorts just like we put on our shorts, and we come out with the fight, and with the togetherness. Our motto, our MO is a family, and that's how we stay strong. If one piece of us is gone, then we're all falling. So we all, basically, if Liz is down, then we have other people to pick her back up, and that's just what our focus is.
You can maybe talk a little bit about the transition to Coach Moore here from Coach Allen last year. What are some of the differences that you've seen, or are things pretty much staying the same?
They're pretty much staying the same. We have a couple of new plays, but everything's falling into place. I mean, she's been around the last 3 years, so it's not really new to us. the same.
So is that just mainly you stayed the same, just because of the team have so many returning players? But will we see a difference in maybe the style of play over the next few years as some players graduate? Or how would you describe yourself and how you put your stamp as a coach on the team?
You know, when we say stay the same, as a coaching staff over the past years, we've all been in together. You know, our MO was defense, and trying to push and score off of defense. So that stays the same. There'll be some different plays and maybe a couple of different motion outlooks, but, I really have a strong five right here. And to go in and just, cut off what we did last year and to totally change it, that's a push for a different comfort zone. So when we say stay the same, our fight is still the same. Our defense is still the same. We still have a hustle and an intensity, and, the plays change. Plays can change with, the same coach from last year. You always don't want to keep running the same plays, so that's what changes. But when we say don't change, my philosophy, is we're going to get out there and we're going to outwork people. And so, you're going to see that same fight.
So from a player perspective, I lost my train of thought. You've been here the whole time and I finally did that. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
I forgot what I was going to ask. It wasn't goals. It was something else. Talk about winning the league, and we heard Coach Moore talk about it. But what do you guys think in terms of staying on top and winning league titles over and over? What do you guys got to do to continue that and make sure that you guys stay on top?
Okay, I'll go. Like she said, it's one game at a time because our league is, with the exceptions of a few teams, our league is unpredictable sometimes. So we just have to go out there and play our hardest that night and not worry about the next game or the next time we play that team. So it's just basically defense and focusing on that game and discipline.
Who would you say you guys are your biggest rival within league or at all?
Our biggest rival is ourselves. We need to worry about ourselves and play and fight.
That's a good answer.
Great answer.
So staff-wise, is Coach Williams still there with you, or who all did you pick
I
up?
still have Coach Williams. I still have Miss Ayers, and I have a new assistant, Coach Lee.
Okay. How are some of the I remember what it was now. So you have your starting five here now. Who are some of the other players that are coming off the bench? I mean, you got to have some other people coming up. Who's going to step up, and who are we going to see this year?
The cool part about this group is I have some young ones that are going to step up. I have Maya Allen that's going to step up. I have Shanice Candy that you guys didn't see last year because tore ACL, but that kid's growing minute by minute of the game. And I have a couple of juniors and sophomores that are stepping up, but coming off the bench is my youth, and that'll be the future of my program.
So for maybe one of the players, Liz, you talk about who is going to be one of the players that you think will step up, off the bench and be able to help the team out? Who's been doing good in practice that stood out from a player perspective?
I think, it's hard to pick just one because everybody works hard in practice, but if I had to really say somebody standing out, I would say Crystal Galenzi because she steps up when we really need her. She's one of like a backbone for us. Crystal, she'll really step up, so I feel like she's going to do really good.
Okay. All right, Coach, you got any last words you want to share?
Nope, that this is my group, my heart, and we're out for the championship.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys coming out and wish you good luck this year. Thanks.
Thank you very much.